across continents that never touched, across civilizations separated by oceans and thousands of years. Humanity told the same story: serpents that flew, beasts that breathed fire, guardians of mountains, keepers of ancient knowledge. Not similar stories. The same story. Long before books, before writing, before history had a name, humans carved creatures into stone. They painted them deep inside caves where sunlight never reached. They worshipped them. They feared them. And then, suddenly, they disappeared. This is not a fantasy tale. It is a trail, etched in cave walls, buried in ancient texts, scattered across forgotten ruins, that suggests dragons may have once been real. Deep inside prehistoric caves such as Lascaux in France, Altamira in Spain, and lesser-known cave systems across Africa and Asia, early humans painted animals they lived beside every day: bison, horses, deer. But among these familiar shapes are others. Long serpentine bodies, clawed limbs, horned heads, wings stretched wide. These images are deliberate, detailed, repeated. In some caves, these creatures are drawn larger than humans, suggesting fear or reverence. In others, humans are shown running from them. Ancient people did not invent creatures they feared. They recorded them. What makes this unsettling is that these dragon-like figures appear before writing, before organized religion, before mythology as we understand it today. So why would early humans, who struggled daily to survive, spend precious time carving imaginary monsters into stone? Unless they were not imaginary. As civilizations emerged, the same creature appeared again and again under different names. China called them long. Mesopotamia called them Mu S Hachek letter 1E2B U S Hachek S Hachek U. Europe feared the Draco. Mesoamerica worshipped Quetzalcoatl. Different cultures, no contact, same form. A long body like a serpent, claws like a predator, wings or feathered crests, eyes described as burning or glowing. In China, dragons controlled rain and floods. In Europe, they guarded mountains and caves. In Mesoamerica, they descended from the sky bringing knowledge. Ancient texts describe sounds, thunderous wing beats echoing through valleys. They describe smells, sulfur and smoke lingering in the air. They describe damage, burned villages, scorched forests, land left uninhabitable. If dragons were imaginary, why did everyone imagine the same creature? Fire-breathing animals are often dismissed as impossible, yet nature already provides examples of chemical fire. Bombardier beetles produce controlled explosions. Snakes deliver venom. Octopuses release ink to blind predators. Ancient writers did not describe magic fire. They described burning breath, something expelled, something physical. Some theories suggest dragons may have possessed specialized glands, mixing chemicals that ignited on contact with air, much like the bombardier beetle, but on a far larger scale. Flight was once considered impossible for large creatures, until pterosaurs were discovered. Massive flying reptiles with wingspans rivaling small aircraft once ruled the skies. What was once dismissed as myth became scientific fact. Now imagine a creature larger, more intelligent, and better adapted. A surviving lineage. Dinosaurs did not vanish overnight. Evidence increasingly suggests that some species survived far longer than once believed. Ancient humans uncovered enormous bones, skulls with horns, ribcage the size of boats. Without modern science, they interpreted what they saw through lived experience. In China, so-called dragon bones were collected and ground into medicine for thousands of years. They were real bones. From something. Ancient scholars were adamant these belonged to dragons. Every culture also tells stories of dragon slayers, heroes who faced a final beast. The story always ends the same way. The dragon dies, and after that, dragons vanish from the world. What if these legends were not symbolic? What if they recorded the end of a real species, hunted into extinction, feared, destroyed? As human civilizations expanded, dragons became inconvenient. They represented chaos. They challenged human dominance. They existed beyond control. So they were transformed. From animals into monsters, from monsters into myths. History is written by those who survive. And dragons did not. Yet they remain. In flags, in temples, in stories passed from parent to child, in dreams that feel older than memory. Perhaps dragons persist not because we imagine them, but because somewhere deep within human history, we remember them. And perhaps in ways we no longer understand. They remember us too.